Hello everyone, it is week 3 of Inktober. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's already halfway through at this point, probably more than halfway through honestly, but oh my goodness. I can't wait to tell you everything about this week. It's just like, This prompt that you're seeing is day 15 and that was week. I kind of went with the whole don't judge a book by its cover sort of thing. So I had a super scrawny looking guy easily lifting a 100-pound weight, whereas this really buff looking guy is struggling with 10-pound weights. I kind of wanted to do the opposite because of what I said last week of I almost felt like I did too much of color. This was kind of like my break from all the color and really went with very simplistic outlines and shading and colors and variations. But this one was pretty fun because it kind of got me into like a very cartoony vibe, and I almost feel like this buff guy looks like another, like someone's comic book character, and I can't remember whose it is. So if you guys remember, let me know, please. But I had lots of fun doing that one. This one I loved, and I did mess up unfortunately later on because of the ink not being fully dried, and it kind of spread across later on. But this one was angular, and I focused mainly on a lot of hard edges, a lot of triangles, and I made this, and I used my dip pen for this one. I actually really like this one. It was one of my favorites because I did minimal colors. Well, kind of minimal. I used like 2 colors in particular, and that was it. Well, 3 if you add the black, but later on, my sister looked at this and she was like, it looks like the style of Kim Possible. And if you guys haven't seen anything where I refer to Kim Possible, I love Kim Possible and I think the style is really cool. So just her saying that was like, oh, that is, that's really cool, I like it now. And I mean, I already liked it, but just her saying that made me like it, you know, a little bit more. But, yeah, I went with greens and purples for this. I did end up going in for her lip with that purple, and I kind of regretted it, but afterwards I'm like, it actually suits it really well. I like it. And I love how the edged hair turned out too. So, yeah. Oh, love it. This week was just, I feel like I'm getting the hang of dip pens and coloring in general. Like this one, this was swollen, and so I decided to go with a swollen eye. I went with a lot with my Derwent Inktense pencils, and then used my water brush for this. I actually like how this turned out, and I feel like it looks semi-realistic, at least in my opinion, because I don't do a lot of realistic artwork, to be honest. But this one, I feel like I tried my best to accentuate the fact that it was swollen by adding a lot of purples and pinky colors to make it look irritated. I even went in with the pink into where the white of the eye would be. The only thing I messed up on was the blue of the eye that I created kind of bled onto the lid, which honestly, afterwards, it wasn't such a big deal because I kept adding more pink and purple to make it look even more irritated, so it kind of hid it, so it worked out. Yeah, this is where I added the pink, and I just kind of blotted it out just to make it not look as pink and purple. But I had lots of fun with this one, and I might try how I did this again on a regular face and see how that turns out. This one was bottle, and I felt like it was funny to add something Alice in Wonderland because I did that last year, and I don't know, I just liked it. It's kind of like referring back to last year's Inktober, and it's crazy that it's been a year, and it's been crazy to see last year's work compared to this year's. And I could see where I've improved, and I could see where I still haven't really, but it is really good to like look back at it and say, oh, I'm getting better, yay. I did have a little bit of issue on this one. Honestly, it was because of the bottle, because I wanted to add depth to the back. I didn't want it to just be, you know, Alice in a bottle, obviously, but I could have done a little bit better, but still learning. A lot of this week was filled with late night drawings. Like, I was posting them on Instagram and Newgrounds really late at night, almost like past midnight. And some of the stuff, unfortunately, I've kind of been lagging on, especially with Newgrounds, unfortunately. I've been trying to post that every day along with Instagram, but I haven't. So, if you guys are following me on Instagram or on Newgrounds and you're not seeing them, I apologize. I'm just like super duper late. I'm super duper tired at the end of it, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. But I had lots of fun with this. I did end up going back over it with some green a little bit, just to kind of add more of like a glass effect. So yeah, this one I really like, because the best way to describe it is that a lot of the first week was already pre-planned. I already lightly drew everything that I wanted. Second week, I only had like 2 or 3 things, so everything was on the whim. This one was fully on the whim. Like, I had no idea what I was going to draw. And Scorched, this is Scorched. I didn't know entirely what I was going to do until I was like, you know what? I like dragons. I don't really draw dragons. I'll try to draw a dragon. And this happened, and it's not bad. I kind of wish I didn't draw the ground the way I did, and I wish I could have done a little bit more shading in the cave, because that would have added a lot more depth. It would have added a lot more kind of like dramatic theme to it, but it didn't. So, but I still like it. I don't think the dragon's bad. I actually think this is one of my better dragons, to be honest. And I actually really like the action of the guy running away. I thought it was really funny, and I like how I did the fire, because last year I was trying to do fire for Inktober, and it was okay, but I definitely think this one's better. I just kind of treat it like it was very sporadic, and I really like it. This one is breakable. Now, I did this last year as well. I did one piece in particular for breast cancer awareness, because it was the day of the walk, and I just wanted to do something based off of that. And this year I also did the walk, and it was wonderful. It was cold, not as pretty and orange and yellowy as I'm used to, but that's good. It's okay. But this is a lady spraying on in front of breakable to make it unbreakable, and did like a little breast cancer awareness ribbon underneath. I really like this piece. I think it's really cute, and breast cancer awareness is just really near and dear to my heart, honestly. So I thought this was a good way to end the day for breast cancer awareness and everything. And this was yesterday's. Should I say last night? Yes, last night. This is the prompt drain, and honestly, that kind of just like a little bit about myself. I have really thick hair, so every time I take a shower, I end up leaving like a hairball by the drain, because I lose a lot of hair, and I decided to make it into its own little creature, and I think she's kind of cute. Now, the only thing I wish I did not do on this one was fill it in with black. I would have rather filled it in with maybe brown, maybe? but even then I didn't want it to look gross. So black it was, and I actually like it. It was really fun. I probably I should have like added a lot more detail on the face or in the body where I wanted it, because I had a lot of trouble with my jelly rolls for this one for some reason. And I don't know if it was because it was just white on black, or if it wasn't fully dry yet and I just wasn't thinking, it just turned gray, but that's good. But this is the entire week of week 3. Overall, I actually really like this one. Like I said, I feel like I'm improving. I'm learning a little bit more about colors. Hopefully I'll get the hang of it just a little bit more along with shading. But yeah, I had lots of fun. Hope you guys are enjoying Inktober, for those who are joining and participating. And yeah, I will see you next week. And God bless. And of course, goodbye.